Here's a jet taking off.
Race him?
Sugarland Tower, Cirrus 761 Charlie, holding short 17, ready for takeoff. Runway heading up to 2000, clear for takeoff 1761 Charlie.
All right, let's rock and roll. All right, everything's in the green, airspeed's alive.
Cirrus 61 Charlie, contact Houston, departure today.
Over to departure, 61 Charlie, thank you.
The lower you fly, the slower you go or something, or? Not necessarily. It's easier to go faster up high because the air is thinner, but the lower you go, the more fuel you use to go the same speed.
Number 61 Charlie, climb and maintain 7,000.
7,000, 61 Charlie.
There you go. Yeah.
Cirrus 61 Charlie, contact Lafayette approach 128.7.
2817, 61 Charlie.
Cirrus 61 Charlie, it's 128.7.
0.7, thank you, 61 Charlie.
You fly, but have you ever jumped out of a plane before?
I haven't, no, have you?
Oh, yeah, twice.
Yeah?
You gotta do it at least.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Incredible. I did a tandem because I was too impatient to go through the course. Guys behind you, right there, and you could spit like that.
Yeah.
Each other perfect.
Really? I would have imagined you had to scream.
Coming down, yeah. Open your mouth and you see the commercials with the dogs.
Yeah. Oh, it feels like that?
Once he pulls the chute, you're just like, awesome.
That's so interesting.
The video of it when I did it in Australia, but came home to show them, and I'm like, look, this is when I jumped out the plane. Put in the VCR years ago. Put the VCR and it wouldn't play.
Spinning to 643 Romeo Sierra, Lafayette, departure next.
All right, so we're landing on the left runway out here.
Do it. Park in my driveway. Gonna fly a plane. A cat, a kid, a bike, or the house?
Track to 14.
Track to 14, Lafayette Tower.
Track to 14 is holding short at Kilo 22 left. Runway let us get in the safety air 22 left.
Track to 14, remain outside the safety air for runway 22 left, traffic 4 mile final, Cirrus.
Roger, track to 14 remain out of the safety air 22 left.
Lafayette Tower, Cirrus 761 Charlie. I've got Quebec holding short, 22 left, ready for takeoff.
Sierra Sierra 761 Charlie, Lafayette Tower, turn right heading 240, 22 left, clear for takeoff. The last arriving Embraer 145 reported a gain and loss of 10 knots on final.
Roger, 240, right turn on takeoff, cleared 22 left, 61 Charlie.
Sierra 61 Charlie, winds 150 at 12, gusts 21.
Thank you.
Sierra 761 Charlie, contact departure, have a safe flight.
Over to departure, 61 Charlie.
I thought this was going to be the one really easy stop. That might end up having been Sugar Land. So my camera keeps cutting off. It's just in the sun. I've added heat sinks to it. I took the battery out, tried to get as much airflow as I could, and it just this GoPro can't handle the heat of sitting on a dashboard. So this is the next best thing. I dropped off the passenger. He had somebody pick him up, so made it home. Glad to get him there safely. It was Harry coming in. I don't actually know how much was captured on the main cabin camera here, but unfortunately it's by the time I looked at it when we were taxiing, it had cut off, so who knows if we lost that landing. I hope not. It was a hairy one. And so now I'm on the way back. We had an easy climb out. Switched our route with air traffic control. For some reason, I flight planned to Austin without thinking, and so we did a switcheroo. Luckily, Lafayette departure was helpful and gave us a good path back to Austin Executive. So now we're cruising, actually coming over some of the clouds that you saw earlier. Let's see if I can show you. Beautiful up here today. And we might get some bumps coming over these. I may have to ask them for 9,000 or 10,000 for a little while if there's more like this coming. Like a blanket of clouds out here. I'll show it to you with the wing so you get some perspective here. Hopefully not too bumpy. Yeah, not bad. And it's wet but not icing, that's good. Nope. I'll try to turn the camera back on in a little while and get you our approach into Austin and our landing, hopefully. And I'll turn the camera back on if anything interesting happens in the meanwhile.
(12532) heading is
Gonna be a little hairy getting in.
American 2879 outside 3.
My guess is they're gonna give me vectors or send me to QSAT here.
Here we go.
Executive Tower, 761 Charlie, 4 miles out.
61 Charlie, runway 13, clear to land.
13, clear to land, 61 Charlie.
All right, you can see how much is crabbing here. So our nose is pointed probably 20 degrees to the right of the runway.
So we're weather vaning. We know where the wind's coming from. We also know we've got some gusts coming from the left because the left wing wants to come up. So we're going to be trying to control for that and keep our speed in check. Start slowing us down before long, but we'll do most of our descent at 100, most of our final approach at 100. Or we would normally be at 80, 85. We got a nice long runway here, we're going to use it. We are not practicing short field landings today. But we're still going to try to make it as smooth as we can. So we know we're going to get some weird wind off this hill before we land, so be prepared for that. All right. That felt pretty good in the end. Tower 61 Charlie's clear of 13, taxi back to the ramp.
61 Charlie, taxi to parking.
Taxi to parking, 61 Charlie. Alright, that wind's setting off the stall horn. Well, it was smooth in the end, but that was a tough approach. 2 helicopters out here, neither of them trainers. Those are beautiful.